My name is Samantha Alexandra Cortez. The me from 5 years ago would probably laugh at myself right now. I was raised in East Los. I don't dress like a chola. I'm not gang related. I dress the way I feel like I want to dress. Whatever's comfortable to me. I just so happen to like Ben Davis and Dickies. It's what people always think, assume when they see me. They're like, "Oh, you're a chola," and I'm like, "No, dude, I'm Chicana. That's what I am. I represent my culture. That's it." I was raised Catholic, but I'm more far apart from the church now. I just don't really understand the whole God Jesus concept. My earliest memory would probably be stealing from a liquor store. What did I steal? I stole an apple. I remember that. I was probably like 5. As a child, I was like kind of neglected because I had a lot of siblings, and we all lived like in one place, so it was kind of hard. But I was like kind of pushed away from all the boys. Well, I was the only female within my family at the moment, so I was like, the boys had all the attention, and I was just like kicked to the curb. It was tough, I guess, getting parental love. With my sibling wise, it was pretty cool. It was bad because we'd always fight, but it was nice having someone around, not being a single child, I guess. I was a little badass, so that's when my parents really started I feel like I started becoming more rebellious because I didn't get no affection from them as a kid. It didn't matter if they just yelled at me or something. I just wanted that attention, So then I'd just get in trouble all the time. And my mom was she was just always yelling at me. I'd just sit there, I'd be pissed, but I'd be like, yeah, I got attention now. But it's always been, and it's still rough because regardless, my mom and I don't have the best relationship, but I try to make it work because that's my mom, dude. And with my dad, it's always been my dad's always working or something, so he comes home tired. He doesn't really, but there's been times where my dad and I we fight and it gets bad and I just have to leave the house and I can't be there. I try to make it work with them, but sometimes it just doesn't go well. The time that I met my best friend, yeah, that's a really good one. I was at an apartment, and that stupid fuck was he didn't even live in those apartment complex, but he was around that time, and I was just out by myself. I'd gotten in trouble, so they kicked me out of the house, and I was just sitting in the little steps, or something, and then that fool pops out of nowhere, and he's like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "It's stranger danger, homeboy. I don't know you." And he was like, "Nah, you talk to me." So then we started talking, and after that we just clicked, and that was my best friend ever since. 1987 stands for 19 was my apartment number and 87 was his, from a different apartment complex, and we were always together. So everyone, all the other homeboys and all the other kids, they used to be "Oh, there goes 19 and then 87," so we just mashed it together. The most difficult point was probably losing my best friend. Yeah, my best friend got shot 3 years ago. I still feel like it's my fault because I had just gotten broken up. He was trying to get shit off my mind, and I was like, "Nah, I don't really want to do anything." And then he was like, "Let's go out to this party or something." It was in Whittier, and then I got fucked up that day, and I was messed up drunk. I don't remember half of this shit, but I remember that exact moment that it happened. We were walking back home, and we were near home, but we were on the wrong side. And I guess we were wrong time, wrong place, and there was a drive-by. They thought he was the wrong person, and they got him. And I remember standing there, and I was I was trying to process what the fuck happened, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And like I couldn't, like I was like, I thought it was like a fucking joke or something. Like I don't know why I thought it was a joke, but I thought it was a joke. So I'm like, hey, let's get up, come on, you gotta go. And he just wouldn't get up, and like all you see, like, cause he got shot in the head, so you know there was blood around, and I was just like, what the fuck? Fucking, it took forever for the ambulance to come, but you know they were like, what happened? Like I didn't know what to say, cause like everything happened so quick, and I was like, I was still trying to process shit myself, so I was like, fuck. But that's probably been like the hardest point of my life, and it's something that like I still haven't fully been able to like recover from. The day of his funeral, I couldn't go, like I couldn't make it, and so I never got to say my last goodbye, and like I still feel shitty about that. And it's always been like I can't, like I've never really wanted to go to the cemetery to like say goodbye, because like I wasn't there for the official goodbye, you know. I think I was 14, about to be 15, something like that. I was like mad because like it was like, what the fuck, like, you know, like how do you get the wrong person? And I was just like, I couldn't process it, so I was out doing bad shit, and it was all bad. I hated being alone. I still can't be alone. I hate it. It just sucks. I'm a person who likes to be around people, but doesn't, like, I like people for a certain amount of like time. Like I guess I can handle people, and then after that I just want to be by myself. Like I don't want to be alone forever, you know. I hated high school. I hated every single year. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. I still hate it, you know. I hate thinking about it, because I went to a shitty ass high school with shitty ass people, and I couldn't deal with it, you know. I was surrounded by a lot of fake people, and you know, people were out here doing me wrong left and right, and I was just walking around like nothing ever happens, you know. And eventually that shit got to me, and it would eat me up at night, because I was like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Like, you know, like I'm not gonna say I'm the best person, but I'm also not a person that's gonna do you wrong.
How many times have you been to juvie?
I've been to juvie twice. First time was GTA. I stole a car, and they charged me with GTA, and it was aggravated assault with a weapon, because I found a fucking a butterfly knife on me, and I don't know why they charged me with assault, but they charged me with assault. And I did a year and 6 months for it. The second one was attempt murder. That one was funny, actually. We were at a party with all my friends, and this one girl, she was being mad annoying, I remember. And she kept on asking me for one of my homeboys' number, and my homeboy was in a relationship at the time, and I was like, nah, like you can't, like, you know, he's with somebody and something. Like, I guess like an hour goes by, this bitch is like blackout drunk, and she threw the fucking Jack Daniel bottles at me. And at that point, I got pissed. I went to the kitchen, I grabbed a knife, and I just strangled the fuck out of her. And you know, everyone was like, you gotta get off her, you gotta get off her. And I was like, I ain't letting go until like the cops came, and you know, I got charged. My nickname started coming in when I was like more like teen-wise, like recently, kind of. The original name is Baby D, because I box, and that was my fighting name. But they had named me Baby D after the movie Friday. So Friday after the next. And the homeboys were like, now we gotta come up with something original, you know? So we were out, we were doing hood rat shit. And, you know, I guess one of the homeboys was pressing somebody, and I said, why don't you just tie him up upside down to a tree and just slit his thighs and, you know, cut all the pressure points and just watch how all the blood comes out. Like, why not that? And they're like, they just looked at me, they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, I mean, like, it's easier, like, than to just like fuck him up and then have him walk around. And they were like, no, dude, like, that's some demonic shit. And then one of the homeboys, they like, it clicked. He was like, that's your name. They're like, your name's Demon. And I was like, all right, whatever. I think my little brother is right now like one of the main things that keeps me going right now. because, you know, I don't want him to go through what I went through. Like, I don't want him to be, like, neglected, or I don't want him to feel like he has a bigger responsibility than anyone else. So I try to do everything I can for him. That's kind of one of the big reasons as to why I'm stepping a little bit back from, you know, doing all my little hood rat shit. But I can and I can't. It just so happens that I do hood rat shit. But, you know, if I can try to avoid it, I'll avoid it, because, I mean, it's just something I don't want him to see. So right now I'm trying to enlist in the Marines, so I'm trying to use that to my advantage and hopefully open a new world for me and open a new beginning. Right now my biggest goal is to move back to LA and just, you know, get some new cars out there, just work. LA's just home for me, you know. It's always been somewhere where I've always felt at home, where I don't feel like I'm an outcast, and, you know, it's just somewhere where I can just vibe in peace. Now, cars are like one of the biggest things in my life, because every time I get in a car, it doesn't matter what car it is, and as soon as I hit the gas, it's just so relaxing for me, you know. Just hitting up the canyons or just going on a cruise, doesn't matter where the hell I go, you know. Just being in a car in general just like relaxes me, and I'm so gravitated to them because, like, I know at the end of the day, no matter what the fuck I go through, the car's always gonna be there. The car can't go anywhere. My definition of home would just be somewhere where you feel like you're all right, where you don't have to worry about what people think or like what people want you to think, and like having certain thoughts. Like, it's just you being you, you know. Like, it doesn't matter the place, the area, it's just you being you. I'm not at that point where, like, I feel like I don't have anyone I don't feel stressed. I don't feel like I don't have weight on me, because I do have weight on me right now, and that's like, it's pressuring, but it's at the same time, it's like, you know, it's helping me grow. So one day I'll get there. I feel like what I went through does make me who I am, but it just doesn't make me the person that everyone thinks I am, I guess. Because, like, everyone sees me and they're like, oh, like, you know, she's a little hood rat, or like, oh, you know, you're ghetto, or this and that. It's like, I'm not ghetto. I come from the ghetto, but I'm educated, you know. I'm ratchet, but I'm educated. So it works out for me, you know. But obviously a lot of people don't like that, and I guess a lot of people do see me as like, oh, like that one person or that one chick that doesn't know shit. I might not be the smartest kid in school, but like I'm pretty smart, I'd say, when it comes down to, like, you know, just negotiating things, or, you know, doing adult shit, because I had to grow up quick, because I had to learn how to negotiate, how to handle businesses, or how to handle money, you know. And I feel like people see that and they're like, no, like, you're just not educated, and you just like know how to do hood rat shit. And it's like, not really, dude, but okay.